Hey guys, now if you're trying to pay off debt and you're looking to buy a house, whether that's a primary home or an investment property, or even if you're just trying to get your financial life together, you guys need to hear about this. And there are two really popular debt payoff strategies that you need to be aware of, okay? One of them has a lot more of an emotional benefit, and the other one is dollar for dollar, literally the best way to pay down your debt. And depending on which one you pick, you could either stay super motivated throughout the process, or you could save the most amount of money in interest that you would normally pay. Today, I'm breaking down the difference between the two. I'm going to show you real numbers, and I'm going to help you figure out which one of these strategies is going to work best for you and your situation. Hey, but first, if you like these videos, please click the like button. And if you really like these videos, please click subscribe. It would mean the world to me. I'm happy to have you along for this ride, and my pledge to you is to keep pushing out content that is valuable for your investment journey, your wealth creation strategy, and your overall real estate goals. All right, so first of all, let's zoom out. Right now, Americans are faced with $17.5 trillion in consumer debt in 2025. And a lot of these debts, credit cards especially, you're paying over 20% in interest. Now, this debt doesn't just stress you out, which it would stress me out, but it can literally stop you from qualifying for a mortgage, and that doesn't matter whether you're buying a primary home or even an investment property. And overall, it's definitely going to be a roadblock to building wealth. Now, the good news is, with the right debt paydown strategy, you can knock it down much faster than you would think. And two of the best known strategies out there, that's exactly what I'm going to talk about today. So that is the debt snowball and the debt avalanche strategies. So let's walk through each one. I'll break it down as simply as I can. All right, so first we have the debt snowball. Now, this was popularized by Dave Ramsey and his, I think it's called the Total Money Makeover, if I'm not mistaken. But this one is where you take all the debts that you have all together, you line them up, and then you're going to attack the smallest balance first. You're not even worrying about interest rates here. So you're going to make minimum payments on every debt that you have, except whatever that smallest debt is. And that smallest debt, you're going to attack it with everything you've got. Now, once that smallest debt is gone, you're going to take whatever you were paying toward that smallest debt, and then you're going to roll that over into your next smallest debt. And they're going to rinse and repeat that. This is just like a snowball rolling downhill, right? It builds up speed and power, which is, pretty powerful if you're looking at wealth creation here. Now, what I like about the debt snowball is it's powerful for people that want to start doing this and they want those quick wins. It is an emotional boost. It makes you feel good. Paying off that first debt builds a little confidence. Paying off that second debt builds a little bit more. And it does inspire you to keep going. I mean, you're seeing the numbers drop significantly when you attack your debt this way. So in this debt paydown strategy here that I have listed, you've got 4 debts that we're going to look at tackling using the debt snowball. All right, so here's an example. You've got credit card A, and the balance on that one's going to be $500. The interest rate's going to be 18%, but we're not too worried about that right now. And the minimum payment, which is what we're focused on, is $25. Then you have a personal loan that has a balance of $2,000 and you got 10% interest on that. That minimum payment is $75. You've got credit card B, and that one has a little bit of a higher balance at $3,500, and that interest rate is 22%, with the monthly payment on that one being $110 per month. And then you've got an auto loan, and the balance on that one is $7,000. The interest rate is going to be 6%, and the monthly payment is $140 per month. So now with this debt snowball strategy, okay, you're going to start off by paying off credit card A first. That has the lowest minimum monthly payment. So you're going to start by crushing that $500 balance with everything you got. This is going to be the first easy win. Then you're going to move to the $2,000 balance, and then the bigger ones after that. Now, it doesn't matter that the $3,500 credit card has the highest interest rate here. That's not the focus for the debt snowball. You are working on smallest to largest. Now, when you break down the debt avalanche strategy, this is a lot more about overall efficiency. It's a much different approach. So instead of paying off the smallest balances first, you'll start by paying your debts according to their interest rate from highest to lowest. Now, just like the snowball, you're still gonna make minimum payments on all these debts, but what you're gonna do is you're gonna target the one with the highest interest rate first. So in our example, you're gonna tackle that $3,500 credit card balance at 22% interest first. Even though the balance is bigger every month, it is bleeding you more every month in terms of the overall interest that you're gonna pay throughout the duration of having this balance. And once that 22% interest debt is gone, then you're going to move to the 18% debt, and then so on down the list. Now, the key difference here is with the debt avalanche strategy, you are going to save more money overall over time. But there's a catch. It might take longer to feel like you have any sort of progress. That can be tough for some people. So if we're gonna break this down real quick side by side, the debt snowball will pay your smallest balance first. It'll keep you motivated. You'll get quick wins, which helps boost your confidence, but you are gonna pay a little bit more interest in the long term. Now the Avalanche, you're gonna pay the highest interest rate first. You're gonna save more money long term than doing this the other way. You'll have the least interest paid overall, and the progress does feel a little bit slower at first. In talking about the debt pay down strategies with a client the other day, they were talking about how, it actually kind of feels like if you do the debt snowball, if you're at the gym, this client happens to be a gym rat. He says, it seems like this is like a gym buddy, like a workout partner that's kind of keeping you motivated for every workout, showing up early in the morning to make sure you're held accountable, right? That's kind of what the debt snowball is. But the debt avalanche is a lot more like, if you're a spreadsheet nerd like me and you just like seeing the data and you like seeing the numbers and you like seeing the overall debt that you're gonna pay long term, get that number to the lowest possible dollar amount so that you know you're gonna end up saving money, even though you might not feel a lot of those small wins. Now, one question I get is, which of these two strategies is best for home buyers or which one is best for investors? Now, here's my take. As somebody that helps people get mortgages every day, I'm looking for pre-approvals for folks and I'm looking to get people underwritten and approved for mortgages, whether they're first-time home buyers, regular home buyers, or even investors. If your goal is to qualify for a mortgage, either one of these strategies can work fine. But I suggest going with the snowball if the thought of starting to pay down your debt is overwhelming. You just need to get started, and sometimes these small wins can really build that momentum. But if you're super disciplined and you're a spreadsheet geek like I am, definitely go the debt avalanche route. You're gonna save more money overall than any other way that you can pay down your debts. And this is how I've done that myself. And this is what you can do to get mortgage ready even faster. And you don't have to stick with just one of these strategies. You can change this midstream, right? There's no rules here really. So a lot of clients will end up starting with that debt snowball strategy just to get those few wins, right, under their belt. And then once they see some of that momentum, they might look at higher interest debt and go, oh, I'm tackling that, right? Now that you have momentum, that can feel a lot better knowing that now you're saving money by dumping your active income into those higher interest debts to get rid of those. Now, how much money can you really save by switching from the snowball to the avalanche? So I'll show you what this looks like in raw numbers. So let's say you have a $10,000 debt that you're gonna pay off, and the minimum payments on that are, let's say $500 a month. Now, if you use the debt snowball, you might pay off that debt in right around 24 months, but you're gonna spend about $1,300 in interest while you pay that debt down. Now with the debt avalanche, same debt, same payments, but now you're only paying about $950 in interest. So that's a savings of about $350 just because you're changing the strategy behind how you're paying this debt off. That's $350 is real money, not bad. So which strategy is best for you? Well, it depends on your personality, depends on your mindset, and depends on your goals. Now, if you're not sure which one of these makes sense for you and you want to go line by line and figure out the math here, if you're wondering how this affects your ability to purchase a home and get a home loan, I like the math. I'd love to help. So go ahead and drop a comment, book a strategy call. You could even check out the free tool. I'll link it down in the description below. And we can compare strategies side by side with your real numbers to decide which route is best for you. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If this helped you out, please go ahead and hit that like button. It would mean the world to me. And also subscribe if you want more real life tips on wealth creation, debt pay down strategies, how to get mortgage financing, whether you're looking for a first time home purchase or whether you're looking at your next investment property. I'd be honored to assist and review your scenario to help point you in the right direction. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.